Good morning, Diana. Great to see you here. So tomorrow I'm going to do a different type of workout, and it's going to be kind of fun. Something we've never done. It's kind of a July 4th special. And it will be challenging. It's not going to be the typical advanced workout with the long bands and just the set routine. I'm going to do something completely different. So you're welcome to come and join in and challenge yourself, because it will be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge for me too. I've got to create that this evening so that it's ready for tomorrow. But it's an idea that I had. I actually sometimes wake up dreaming of workouts, or I dream of workouts. And that's what happened. I was suddenly thinking of a different type of workout, and I woke up from a dream with it. So I'm going to give it a try. Today's workout is going to be I'm really excited to do today's workout. It's something a little different today. I've tried to combine some of my coaching of the past with athletes and bring it to the board. Just one exercise in particular, and we'll get to that. But I want to talk about yesterday. I went and visited a gentleman by the name of William. He lives out in Camarillo in California, not far from where I live. And I surprised him. I had my mask on, and I went and knocked on his front door, and he opened the door, and I gave him an item from 60 Up that was missing. And so I wanted to, good morning, Terme, good morning, Wendy. And so I actually surprised him yesterday, knocked on his front door, and he opened the door, saw it was something from 60 Up, took it, and then the look on his face, because I had my mask on, and he's been training with us now for 4 or 5 weeks. And actually, I think it's a little bit longer than that now I think about it. And maybe 4 or 5 months. And it was really funny when he finally realized that I was there. So I want to say good morning to William. He's doing great. He's in his 80s, looks absolutely unbelievable. I hope I can look like that when I reach my 50s. And it was just really great to get to talk to him and see how exciting he is. He used to run for 20 years. He would run 5 miles a day, and now he's out walking 3 to 4 miles every day. And he's saying how the 60 Up balance board is really helping him. And he said one of the things he really enjoys is the faster workouts, because he's used to running, he's used to the fast-paced walking. And so we want to make sure, excuse me, don't interrupt my talk. So anyway, we're going to do a little bit of a faster workout again tomorrow as well, to give him something to challenge to. And I really look forward to experiencing that with you. So thanks, William. I know you don't come to the Facebook Lives, but I know you look on YouTube later. So it's a pleasure meeting you. I'm hoping I can get out when this virus goes away, or maybe not goes away, but we understand it better. I look forward to coming and surprising some of you maybe one day, and hosting workouts with you guys that we can do on live. So one of the things that I'm going to ask you to do before we move on today is, if you have anything you want me to work on or you have a problem with, or something you'd like me to teach for an issue you have, I want to read at the end of class today, or you can private message me something you want to work on, whether it's your leg strength, whether it's your balance. I have one from a lady, Marsha, I talked about the other day, but she says she goes out with her dog, and her dog pulls her, so she has to put it in a basket and push the dog, because the leash is pulling her and almost pulls her over. So I'm going to create an exercise which is for walking the dog, which sounds kind of crazy, but with the bands and the resistance bands and balance, I know we can create life situations. So if you have anything you want me to work on, send through the messages. You can private message us on 60 Up. You can put it in the feed, or you can put it at the end of the class today. All right, with that said, let's get going. Okay, so a couple of new exercises today. And again, I've got something to announce tomorrow as well as the class. Not only a fun class, but a little special offer we got coming up this weekend as well. Okay. Gloves are on. Okay, high energy workout today. Just nice and easy. If the music's too loud, let me know, because it sounds loud to me, but I know it's not really where you are. So just say, Dan, turn the music down, I'll turn the music down. Okay, just nice and easy. We're going to work today on the step tap. We're going to start off with just the step tap. Are you ready? Starting the right foot. Here we go. Just tap. And tap, and tap, and tap. There you go, just nice and easy. Okay, let's change it up. Go with the heel. So we've got the heel tap. Good, what we're working here is the flexion of the foot, allowing you to be balanced, but strengthening up the foot, because a lot of people that I talk to have a form of drop foot, or they feel they're walking on their toes. They're not able to have the strength to put their heel on the ground first. We're just strengthening up that foot. There you go. Now what I want you to do is go toe, heel, down. Toe, heel, down. And be very specific. Toe, heel, down. Very specific. Keep it going. Good. I want you to keep going. I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit. Keep going. That's a little better. Okay, step back off the board. Now watch this next one we're going to do. We're going to go toe, heel on number 2, heel on number 3, lift and back down. Let me show you one more time. You go toe on 1, heel on 2, heel on 3, and lift. And you'll notice I'm lifting my knee in between each one. Are you ready? We'll go right foot then left foot. Here we go. You go toe and heel, lift, down, and toe, and heel, lift, down, and toe, and heel, lift, down. Last one, toe, and heel, lift, down. Now we're going to alternate. We're going to go toe, lift, down. Are you ready? Here we go. Toe, and heel, and toe, lift, down. Toe, heel, and toe, lift, down. Toe, and heel, and toe, lift, down, and toe, and heel, and toe, lift, down. Now we're going to mix this up even more. We're going to go toe, heel, back to number 1. So I'll show you. You go toe, lift, heel on number 1 and back down. It's the last one we're doing to the warm-up. Are you ready? We go toe, lift, heel, and down. Toe, lift, heel, and down. Toe, lift, heel, and down. And remember, it's a soft tap on the board. Toe, lift, heel, and down. Very good. All right, all I want you to do now is step up on the number 2 and step on the number 2 and just rock side to side. Now, what's exciting on this one here, this is why I went back to my soccer training. And just rock because we're warming up. So what I used to do when I was teaching young soccer players to kick the ball is I would have them swing their leg or their foot very simply to learn where the ground was. Because a lot of times kids were scared of kicking the ground because if they pointed their foot and the toe hit, it can hurt. And so I'd have them practice just brushing the grass with their toe, because when you learn where the ground is, you have the freedom to be able to swing that leg. So what we're going to do is a little exercise here to learn where the ground is. Now, if you look at my feet, I'm going to push on the right. I'm going to slide my foot back and push. Slide my foot and push. Now, just listen just for 1 second while we're doing this. The ability to be able to take the pressure off of your foot but still keep it on the ground and move it will allow you to have that feeling of where is the ground. My brain is figuring out at what point, how far is my foot from the ground, because we'll learn to adjust the level of our placement. Okay, so you ready? Here we go. Push with the right foot, slide the foot. My heel is very slightly off of the board, so it's just the ball of my foot that stays in contact with the board at all times with almost no pressure, because if you put pressure, you couldn't slide it. Here we go. Push, slide, push, slide, push, slide, push, slide, push, slide. And if you want to go a little slower, go a little slower. But here you go. Just that little push, slide, push, slide. Now, just go back to a rock in here. What I want you to do now is I want you to lift your toe slightly higher and slide your toe along the board. So I push, I go, you'll see my foot is now at this angle. I'm going to slide, and then I'm going to place my heel on the ground. So I lift, slide. And what I'm going to do is turn the board just very slightly so you can see. As I push, my toe comes up, I slide, I push, I lift, I slide, I push. Are you ready? Here we go. And push with the right leg, lift the heel, slide, and down. Lift the heel, slide, and down. Lift the heel, slide, push. And you'll notice when you get back, you're going to put that heel down. So it's like we're flattening the foot and then you're pushing. Very good. Let's keep this going. Just a few more times. We're learning to strengthen that ankle. And you'll see as you strengthen the ankle, you'll feel more strength as well in your foot itself, because your whole, I should say, the ankle, the foot is working together as your brain asks you to. Now, last one we're going to do, just rock side to side. Now what we're going to slide the heel. So again, working on a drop foot type of issue, or strengthening up the tibialis in here. Push on the right, just flex the toe. So pull the toe up, slide it, and place it back flat. So I push, lift the toe, slide, and down. You'll notice when you flex the toe, your leg will straighten just a little bit. That's okay. Just make sure the leg you're standing on is bent. I pull my toe up, I slide my heel, I slide back, I push. I lift my toe, I slide my heel, I push back, lift the toe, slide and slide, push. And as much as this may seem really easy, this is building and strengthening the front of your shin, the front of your ankle, the ability to control your toes and have a stronger foot. Last time, heel, slide, heel, slide. Good. Now I'm going to turn the board back. We're going to finish up with one more time of just the straight slide. So now your foot is flat. So push with your right, slide, slide, left, slide, slide. You'll notice it's a little faster now on the slide. Here, slide, slide, push, slide, slide, push, slide, slide. This is a great exercise. Like I said, you have your tibialis anterior in here. We know, I was talking to a lady the other day who had ruptured it. And so this is an excellent exercise in a number of people with drop foot. Okay, good. Come back to the middle. Now let's just rock that board side to side. I have another exercise for you today that I'm excited about. But before we get there, I want to loosen up the hip flexors. So let's just lift that foot and step and join in. So I push with my right, lift the leg. Left, lift the leg. Right, lift the leg. Good, so we're just getting that now. For those of you that want to go slow, make sure that as you push to the side, you get a little knee bend so we strengthen the leg that we're standing on. And for those of you that want to go faster, lift the leg a little slower. A little lower. I just got to take the S off the front. We go from slower to lower. And just a little bit faster so we get that leg going. Okay, good. Come back to the middle and just rock. Now, find your balance. We've done a lot of movement exercises. Now can we find that middle and find that balance? Good. Now rock side to side and find your balance. So we go from movement and we come back to peace. Good. Rock side to side and find your balance. Last one. Rock side to side. There you go, and find your balance. There you go. Awesome. It feels really good. Okay, so the next exercise I want you to do, and watch one time and then join in. You can stay on your board while you're watching. I'm going to take your right foot and turn it 45 degrees. So my heel is on number 1 and my toe is on number 2 at a 45 degrees. It's almost like my foot is pointing towards the pole. Got it? Now push with your right foot and you'll turn so your left heel is on number 2 and your left toe is on number 1, and so you're at a 45-degree angle. Good. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Join me now if you haven't already joined. If you're already there, stay there. Good. So push with your left foot, take your right heel, put it on number 1, your right toe on number 2, as if it's pointing towards. Just look down and check that your foot is facing the pole. Push on your right foot, turn your left foot so my toe is on number 1, my heel is on number 2, and it's at the same angle as the right foot. So it's like I'm facing diagonally across. Now, just rock side to side. Now, the reason I like doing this exercise, and I created this when I was playing on the board last night, we're kind of rocking, not side to side or front to back as we turn. We're rocking kind of at a 45-degree angle where sometimes people can feel that they're falling. They haven't turned fully. They're halfway through the turn. And you'll notice that you're feeling a lot of the pressure on the little toe. You're feeling that little toe as you push, bend the knees, keep your body in the middle. So again, I'm strengthening the outside of my right foot as if I was turning to the right. Good. Now push down on the right foot, bring your left heel and left toe to go on number 2. Push on the left, place your foot on number 2, And now we're gonna rock, we're gonna go to the other side. Are you ready? Here we go. Push down the right foot. Put your left heel on number 1. Left toe on number 2, so we're facing diagonal. And I feel like I'm gonna sneeze in a minute. You know that sneeze building up? I'm trying to be polite. Now push on your left foot. Now take your right toe on number 1, your right heel on number 2. You're at an angle, so we're at a 45-degree angle, and just start rocking. Now bend that knee, so I'm pushing. And if you want to exaggerate this even more, you can take your right hand across and hold the pole and look to your left-hand side. If you don't feel stable, you can hold on because we're still getting that pressure on the feet with balance. There you go, good. So we're in here. Good, now push down on your left leg, turn your right foot to number 2, push on your right leg, turn your left leg, and now we're gonna push. Now, I'm gonna advance this. If you wanna stay doing what you were doing, then feel free to. But if you wanna go to the advanced version, you'll see how we're gonna be turning really quickly. So, how this works, I go right, left, and then we start with the right. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-step movement. So I'm going to go slow, and then we're going to speed it up so we get used to getting that turning motion of our feet and stay in balance. Are you ready? Here we go. Right foot. Turn right, turn left, turn the right back, turn the left forward, push on the right. Left foot. Turn the left, turn the right, turn the left back, turn the right back, and push on the left. We go again. You've got right, left. Bring it back to the front. Left and push on the right. So 45 degrees, face it front and push. 45 degrees, 45, bring it back to the front and push on the right. Here we go, 1, 2, front, push. Right, front, push. Left, front, and you'll notice, and push, there's just a little change in your body angle as you go. You'll notice your hips are loosening up, and you'll notice how you'll feel the knees being involved because you're changing the angle of your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, and push. I feel like I'm beginning to dance. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, push. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, push. And again, 45, front, 45, front. Good, and just hold it there. Let's just come back to a nice easy rock. Again, as you change your body angle, so will you change the stabilization muscles that are working to keep you balanced. The brain is figuring out all the time, and if you wanted to, just keep rocking, you could actually run it. So I'm just in here. So it's almost like we're changing the angle as we go. So it's something you can practice as you, on your own, or if we do these exercises again, which we will do this one again because I like it a lot and I think it's great for balance training. Just that small little movement, which is normally the beginning of a fall. Okay, next thing we're going to do, step off of the board. I now want you to put your heel on the board, number 1, press down, come up on your toe, rock on your heel and come back. Let's go the right foot so you can now follow along. We go heel, toe, up, heel, down. Now left leg, heel, toe, up on the toe and back. Now we're going to go to the number 2. Right foot, heel, toe, up, down, back. Left foot, heel, toe, up, down, back. Now we're going to number 3 on the right. You go heel, toe, up, down, back. Heel, toe, up, down, and back. Now we're going to do that, but we're going to stick just on the right foot. So we're going to number 1, number 2, number 3, go to the left. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, roll the foot up, roll the foot back. Number 2, roll the foot up, roll the foot back. Number 3, roll the foot up, roll the foot back. Let's go to the left. Number 1, roll the foot up, roll it back. Number 2, roll it up, roll it back. Number 3, roll it up, roll it back. Let's go back to the right side one more time each side. Roll and up, step back. 2, up, step back. 3, up, get back, come back and stabilize yourself. 1, up and back. And 2, heel and back. 3, heel, toe, heel and back. There you go, good, very good. Okay, so the next one we're going to move on to is a very simple exercise. But before we do, I got to get a drink of water. And I know if I got to get a drink of water, the chances are you probably do, not because I'm better than you, but I know how hard you're working. Here we go. Okay, I feel better. Okay, so the next exercise we got today is a very simple exercise, but again, it comes back to balance. Take your left foot and place it right in the middle of the red mark. You'll see the red mark on the ground, on the middle of the board. It's almost like your middle toe almost is going through the middle. Now step up and find that balance. Now this goes back a little bit to my soccer days, but I want you to think, keep the knee bent, but lift the knee forward, swing it back. So all we're doing is swinging that leg into here. Good, be careful not to hit the red ball and just swinging it back. And now as I'm swinging, I want to start focusing on my balance. And you'll notice, and you should really notice this, the foot that you're standing on, you'll feel that little toe, big toe. You'll notice as you swing, the constant change of having to adjust your balance. Keep the leg you're standing on very slightly bent. Good, step back off the board. Now take your right leg, place it right in the middle. Step up, find that balance. Once you've found your balance, now start swinging that leg through. The leg stays bent as it swings. The foot is nice and relaxed. And again, I'm really focusing on the changes on the foot that I'm standing on. Now, if you're finding this really easy, if you're on a deep carpet, you'll notice that the deeper the carpet, keep swinging that leg, the easier it gets. Now, I know we have our 60 up mats that we've been using, and some people have said it's too hard on the mat because there's not enough cushion and it's kind of extreme going from a long carpet to a short. So one of the solutions that I've started using to help people, and step back off of the board, we're going to do the right leg again. Step up. You put the 60 up mat on the ground and then take like a tea towel. The nice thing about tea towels is they're slightly rough on both sides because they're used obviously for cleaning. So they have that grip. The bottom of the towel will actually grip to the 60 up board, and then the board will grip to the towel. So just a small little towel that goes underneath, then the board sits on that and gives you a little bit more cushion, so you can slowly go from a deeper carpet onto the mat. Good, and step back. Last time, foot goes right in the middle, and you're gonna swing. Oh, I gotta get my balance first. Always get your balance first. I wanna make sure I'm good. And then go into the swinging motion, so that once you've found the balance first, your brain has centered in as to where you wanna be. And then when you go off of that area, you now are able to connect because the body knows where it needs to be, and the brain can help the body find that balance point. There you go. Whew, almost there, almost there. Good, and step back off. All right, brilliant. Just come back to a little side step in here, and we're gonna move on today to the side. I'm just trying to see what I created in here. Oh, excellent. So what I want you to do is I'm gonna turn the board a little bit, but you can stay where you are. You're gonna step to the side of the board, put my right hand on the left side pole, and step up both feet onto the board. And just rock nice and easy forward and back. There you go. Don't lean the body. Feel the heel push, the toe push, the heel push, the toe push. And you'll notice how your knees are bent, and you're in a great position here just to be able to be nice and relaxed and feel the toes. Now, what I want you to do is take your left foot and move it back so your toe is relative to the red mark. And I'm going to move my right foot so my heel is on the red mark. So if I turned it sideways, you'll see that my feet are almost together. I'll turn it even more so you can see that. There, we're back in this position. So I'm here, so I'm almost, like if I move my feet, they'd actually touch each other. And now just rock forward and backwards. There you go. So we got a very small step and learning how to be balanced when our feet are just very slightly apart. Now find your balance. There you go. Just find that balance. Now, push back with your, push forward with your left foot. Now, move my toe so my heel, my toe is by the number 1. I don't know if you can see that. I've moved very slightly. My heel should go to number 1. So, I've got a bigger space now between my feet. And I'm just going to rock forward and backwards. So if I look down, my heel is level with number 1. And my back foot, my toe is level with number 1. So we're just going to rock in here. Now go and find your balance. There you go, good. My left foot, the back foot, my heel is off of the ground. Off of the board. Good, and just rock forward and backwards. Now push forward with your right foot. Move your left foot back just a little further. So my heel is kind of level with the back of the board, push back. Move my toe forward. So my foot now, the middle of it's by the pole. And now this is as wide as my legs are going to go. In here, push forward and backwards. Now come and find your balance. I want to look this way to the side because it helps me center up. But even if I look to the side, I've still got to be able to find that balance point. Because I'm not looking where I'm going, I'm certainly having to feel it while I'm looking a different direction. Good. Rock forward and backwards. Push on your back leg. Bring your right foot to the middle. Push or take the weight off of the back leg. Step in the center and now step off of the board to the side. Let's go the other side. So let's start with both feet in the middle. So I'm here. Good. And just rocking forward and backwards. Nice and near. Again, keeping my upper body still. I'm not pushing with my arm at all. I'm just keeping it there in case I want that safety balance. And now what I'm doing is pushing with my toe, my heel, my toe, my heel. Sounds like a set of brothers, doesn't it? My toe and my heel. That wasn't funny, I know. Good. Now what I want you to do is take your right leg and move it so the toe is relative to the front of the red mark in the center and your heel goes forward. So again, they're almost touching. Good. And just rock forward and backwards a little bit. And now find your balance. What's weird is sometimes you can have one side of your body that balance is better than the other relative to the pressure. So the first side, I was actually better with my right foot in front, and now I feel like I'm struggling just a little bit, so I need to focus in and find that pressure point. Why is that so important? Good, just move your feet. I'll tell you, just move your toe back to number 2. Heel goes to number 1, front of the toe goes to number 1. We're a little bit wider now. The reason that's so important is you never know which foot is going to be leading. You might be halfway through a step and you're good with your right foot, but your left foot's in front. You begin to lose your balance. You've got to have that strength on both sides. Good, now find your balance. Again, very simple. You want to have both legs strong because you will not determine where your weight is when you begin to feel off balance. So you've got to make sure that you're both left and right foot are strong and able to adjust their pressure points and stability. Good. Push forward with your left leg, step back a little further with the right, push back. Now we're at the widest point you can go, rocking forward and backwards. There you go. Now, remember, heel is off of the board as far as the pressure's on the toe, not off the board, off the back, but you can lift your heel up and go ahead and find your balance. Feel that peace and quiet. Good, and rock forward and backwards. There you go. Good. Push back on the back leg. Bring the front foot to the middle. Back foot comes to the middle, and you step safely off of the board. Okay, so that gives us some new exercises today, some new challenges. Now we're going to go to the band workout. So go ahead, grab your bands, and move the poles to the inside. I'm going to put some more music on. It's nice with a little music. Do I use the... I think I'm going to use the black bands today. I was going to use the blues, but I'm feeling good. I'm going to add that little bit of resistance in here. There you go. That's the first one. Here we go with the second one. Okay, I've got my bands on. I hope you have the bands on too. I'll just grab another quick mouthful of water. I can feel the heat's coming up. My body's beginning to feel the heat. Okay, so come and stand up on the board. Your feet are on 2 and 2. We're going to start off today. We've had a lot of questions about shoulder injuries and rotator cuff injuries. So the first thing we're going to do before we go to the band is I want you to take your hand and place it in this position here, but you're going to be facing the front. And all I want you to do is push down on your left leg and rotate the hand out. Then push with your right together. I push and I'm back. It's a very, very small movement. If I show it from an angle here, you'll notice my elbow doesn't leave my side and I'm just doing a really small, I don't even go all the way to the side. If I face this way, you'll see my hand's only going to here. It's nice and easy. So when you lean to the left open, bring it together. Out, bring it together. Push, bring it together. Push and back. All we're doing is loosening up that shoulder joint so that, again, the rotator cuff, you can rotate that arm within the shoulder. Good, let's change arms. So, as you push with your right, your left arm goes out and push in. Small movement, and I'm not gripping my hand tight. I'm trying to feel how my shoulder is rotating in its socket. It's a very small movement. You don't have to do a lot to be able to get this going. There you go, good, just a small little movement. Push, good. So we're just working in this area here. There you go, good. Okay, let's come back now and grab the band. What I want you to do now is bring the band up so you'll see that my palm is facing up, my elbow is tight. So now I'm locked in here. What I want to do is find my balance and just small movement again of just twisting that arm. So now I add a little rotation. You'll notice I'm not really moving my arm hardly at all, but I can now feel a resistance in my bicep. I'm strengthening the muscle in a dynamic tension form. That means the muscle is tight and it's not releasing. And at the same time, I'm just loosening up that shoulder. Good, let's change arms. Come back into here, elbow goes into your waist. Bend the bicep, or tighten the bicep. I should squeeze the bicep, bend the elbow. Find your balance, and here we go. Small little movement again. So just that shoulder muscle is tight, the bicep is tight, and yet you've got a nice easy freedom of a small movement in that shoulder joint. Again, this is the rotator cuff, and if you go to physical therapy, they'll have you do small motions like this just to start loosening up the rotation of the shoulder. There you go, good. Couple more. Keep that bicep nice and tight. Good. Let's come and place it back down. Good, let's go to this side again. We're gonna go one more time, but this time I want to put your feet on 3 and 3. So I've got a wider stance, bend your knees a little bit, Find that balance. Now, squeeze the bicep, keep the bicep squeezed. And here we go, small little movement. You'll notice now, because we've changed the leg position, you're focusing on your arm. Make sure you keep thinking of your balance. But notice as well how the inside of your thighs are beginning to work, because the wider your legs and the knees slightly bent, the dynamic tension comes to the inner thighs. So we're strengthening the inside of the legs at the same time. There you go, good. Place it back down. Take the left. Now, find your balance. Squeeze the bicep tight, which causes the hand to come up. And now from here, small little rotated movement. We're just rotating slightly. My elbow is still touching my body. It's not moving forward or backwards. It's almost like my elbow is stationary against my body, and I'm just allowing the shoulder to twist and the biceps nice and tight. There you go, I've got to get my balance back a little bit better. I'm talking. Sometimes I need to be quiet. I got told that a lot at school. Spend more time focusing. There you go, good. And come and place it back down. Good, shake your right arm out, shake your left arm out. Just rotating, good. Bring your feet back to 2 and 2. Okay, so the next thing we got in here, we're going to do a very small side lift. So take the take the band in your right hand, find your balance on 2 and 2, and just a very small lift to the side. Now, when you do that, let me show you. You want to have your arm not straight doing here, a very slight bend and working that shoulder. It's a really small movement again. Here we go. Are you ready? Bend the elbow just a little bit now. Lift to the side, small and down. Keep that balance. Small and down. What we're doing now, we're working that shoulder down the side. This is the, oh gosh, I can really feel that working. We've got that side motion. We're working in here, the side of the shoulder muscle, and just strengthening it just that little bit. Good, let's come back, change arms. Go in here, very slight elbow bend. Now keep that bend, keep your balance, and small little lift. And you'll feel it down the side of that shoulder. If you want to do this exercise without bands, all you have to do is imagine you have a band in your hand and still get that resistance. So the muscle tightens, it's called dynamic tension. We're tensioning, tightening that muscle, and you're able to still get a muscle workout even without a weight or without resistance. Someone that I love to talk about like that is Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee had a ripped body, so strong, and it was all by dynamic tension. He'd tighten those muscles up. Good, let's bring it back down to the front. Good, shake that shoulder out and shake that shoulder out. Good. I can feel the sweat coming down my head. We're definitely working today. Good, let's go back to the right side one more time, but this time we're gonna do it a little different. Find your balance, bend the elbow slightly, lift it to the side, and hold it there. Hold it there. Good, now small little movement. Small little movement. So again, you're not coming all the way down. We're keeping that muscle tight all the time, because as you go up, it's tightening, and as you come down, you can't let go because you're not relaxing it. I could go from here and just relax the muscle, but because you're stopping it at a certain point, that muscle's working. Good, come and place it back down. Let's change. Find your balance, bend the elbow slightly, lift the arm to the side, hold it there. Hold, feel that muscle beginning to tighten up. Good, now small little movements. There you go. Good job, good job. Keep that balance. Keep your eyes up, keep those shoulders back a little bit, stand tall, but your knees are bent. Small little movement. There you go, and come and place it back on the board. Good, and just rock side to side. Whew. Shake the arm out. I can certainly feel the black resistance bands are the hardest resistance bands we had. And sometimes I start using them and going, why did I pick the black ones? I could have had an easier workout, but I know my muscles are working. Okay, next thing we're going to go in here. We're going to take the arm up. Now we're going to do a half bicep move. So the way this works, and I'll stand side on, you're going to bring it to the center here. Then all you're going to do is just up and halfway. So we've just got a really small move where you don't bring it all the way down. Are you ready? in here, and bring the bicep, or squeeze the bicep, bring the arm halfway now, small, up, halfway down, 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 up, halfway down. Keep that balance, up, one more, up, bring it back down, place it back. Let's go to the other side. Good, feet on now. We keep it on 2 and 2. Good, here we go, you ready? Squeeze the bicep, halfway up and up, halfway down, up, halfway down. Squeeze that bicep. Good, keep it nice and tight. Even without a resistance band, you could still be here and squeeze the bicep. Squeeze the bicep. Good, here we go again. Come on, let's keep it going. Up, down, up, halfway down. Last one, up, halfway down. Good. Come back, shake your arm slightly to the back. So to stretch the bicep, you can just move your arm slightly to the back behind you. That will give a stretch out here. I'm not getting the same stretch as I am by moving my arm back. So back and just shake that hand and you'll feel how you get that bicep stretch going. Great job. Okay, next one we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the bag lift. So what I want you to do is take your left foot, put it on number 3. Take your right foot, have it on number 2, because we want to strengthen up the right side. Take the band in your right hand. Now try and find your balance. Now you'll notice that most of your weight is on your right leg, or at least 70, probably 65% is on your right leg. Now lift that bag up and down. Now the reason I want you to do this exercise this way today is normally when you bend down to pick up a bag and stand up, you'll have a little more weight on the side where you're lifting the bag from. So that side of the body wants to be just a little stronger. Most of the time, if we're picking a bag up with our right hand, we'll lean to the right to pick it up slightly. So you'll notice how your right leg, as you balance, is beginning to get a little stronger, a little more tired. The muscle's working more. Good, let's place it back. Put your left leg on number 2. Your right leg goes to number 3. Take it, the hand will face your side as if you were running your hand up your body, the palm touching your body. Now come and find your balance. Again, about 65 to 70% of your weight will be on your left leg. So find your balance. And now let's lift that bag. To lift the bag, the elbow's coming up nice and high behind you. If I turn to the side, you'll see here as I lift the bag, I'm going to stand here, it's this motion here. So my hand does not go in front of my body. We're building the shoulder. We got some bicep interaction. You got the wrist being nice and strong. Let's just go a couple more. Good, keep that balance. You'll feel that left leg getting stronger. Keep the balance. Good, and place it back again. Very good. Bring your feet back. Shake out your legs. I'm on 2 and 2. My feet are coming back onto the 2. Loosening those legs up. Okay, last exercise I want to do here. And again, very simple. I want you to bring your feet to number 1 and number 1. Just rock side to side and find your balance. Now you're going to grab hold of the band. And all I want you to do is just do small circles. But you're going to try and keep that balance. Again, a small little shoulder movement. When I was up with Betty at her house not too long ago, she had a bad shoulder. As she lifted her arm up higher and higher, the pain got worse and worse. So I want to do this exercise just to loosen the shoulder up where you have a little resistance, because you can feel the band is there, but it's so minimal. But the more you move your arm around, it challenges your balance, but it's loosening up that shoulder joint. There you go, good. Place the band back. Come and take the band. The left hand is still on 1 and 1. And again, I go forward and I'm making small circles where again, not much, keep that balance down. That little pressure in the shoulder with the resistance band is really light, because again, I'm not bending my arm, I'm just moving it. And if you want more resistance, make a bigger circle. But again, your hand is nice and low. We're not stressing the shoulder joint by lifting the hands above the head. And we're just in here nice and easy. There you go, good. Nice and easy. And bring it back down. So what I want you to do now is just move your feet back to 2 and 2, just rock side to side, shake those legs out. I could feel on that one, I don't know if you felt it too, but because my feet were on 1 and 1 and I'm doing my shoulder motion, I could really feel the pressure on the outside of my feet. The outside of my left foot I could actually feel beginning to tighten up because I'm pushing, and with the right, and I'm still rotating at the same time, so my balance was more foot engaged because my feet have pressure to try and control my balance while my upper body's moving. There you go, good. And that is close to the end of our workout. We got one more thing I want to do today. Put your feet on 2 and 2. And what I want you to do is just push a little bit faster. So you're rocking in here, good, getting that speed going. And we're going to today do a 2-minute run. But the 2-minute run is going to be on the ground today. Because again, all this balance training is for you being on the ground. So you can get outside, you can live life. I've said it ever since the day I first invented this for Bob Eubanks. The reason we were doing this is so that he could live a life away from the 60-up balance board, and we're only strengthening for life. So again, I want us to remember the 60-up balance board will improve you unbelievably with your balance and your movement, but it's so that you can go outside, so you can play with your grandchildren, great-grandchildren. You can start dancing again with your husband or wife and doing things that you used to love, and now you didn't think you'd ever do it again. Well, that's how Bob felt, and now he's doing things again. Good, step back off the board. I'm gonna set the timer up. Are you ready? Just shake those legs out. You'll notice your hands are closer together today because the poles are closer, which is good. It's not bad at all to have that. And we've got, did I say a 2-minute run? Here we go, 2 minutes. Start off nice and easy. Small little movements. If you want and you feel comfortable, take your hands off and let your hands move with your feet. Again, really small movement. At any point you don't feel safe, put your hands back on. What I'm looking for here is quick feet. I'm not looking at big feet. I'm just looking at small, quick feet because again, the brain will speed up its connection. Every time I move my foot or there's a movement of my foot, the brain is readjusting and readjusting and readjusting at all times. So the quicker I can move my feet, the quicker the brain has to work, and whatever you train and train correctly will get stronger. So we're creating this strength from the brain to feet action. Good. You can hold the poles if you want. Good, so we're coming into 1 minute in. We're down to, are you ready? We're coming up to a minute. I'm just looking at the clock. And we're exactly 1 minute in. Now what I want you to do is see if you can lift your feet a little higher. Just a little. Think about lifting your knees up. I love to use the analogy. These are like pistons in an engine where they're constantly going up and down. So think of your knees as pistons. And again, if you want to keep it small, keep it small. If you want to go slower and lift those pistons up and down so we strengthen the leg and movement, feel free to do that. Or if you want to run it, run. Again, if you feel out of breath, you're beginning to feel dizzy, it's a little too much for you, please stop. This is about slow progression, right? If you need to get water, get water. I see that we've got 15 seconds left. I'm gonna let go and I'm gonna run on the spot a little faster for 15 seconds. We're down to 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it down. Woo! Just step side to side. Remember, it's not about how fast I go, it's about how better you get. So again, I don't mind if your running on the ground was this much. As long as you feel that you're challenging yourself within your comfort zone, that you feel you were better than you were yesterday. Or maybe your body's more tired, you haven't hydrated enough, and you don't feel as strong as yesterday, but you're going through the challenge. And again, little bits make huge improvement. So always congratulate yourself for doing it. As I told the story back in the Ironman, back in Canada, whoever crossed the start line was already a champion. Just being here today, doing this workout, you're a champion, because a lot of people won't even cross that start line and be with us. I'm so proud to have you part of this team. Good, come to a standstill. What I want you to do is take your arms, drop them to the side, and just roll your shoulders back. As you're doing this, Feel how strong your feet feel on the ground. You feel so firm. Having spent a long time on the board today and the ground being stationary and rock solid, you know that you've got that stability. Good. Bring your feet slightly closer together. All I want you to do now is just lift your arms and just drop them. You're like a big eagle trying to take off, but the strength in the arms is just really light. They are good. Now what I want you to do, for those of you who are comfortable, move your feet back to 2. Just lift your arm and roll it backwards. If you have a bad shoulder, just take it to a lower level. If you can, just move it all the way back and around. There you are, good. Now let's change arms. Left arm, just lift it up and roll it back around. We're just going to loosen that shoulder up again. In here, get a little more mobility with no resistance. Again, if you have a bad shoulder, just do it to the side in here. We're going to slowly increase that, what's the word? Mobility, the flexibility, the suppleness. Good, shake your hands out. Take your hands behind you, interlock them. Interlock them. I've got to keep remembering when I turn away you can't hear me. And just pull those shoulders back so we feel the stretch across the front. Good job. Shake your hands out. Now what I want you to do is just little butt kickers. I love the butt kickers. For those that are here regularly, you know I like this one because it loosens up. It stretches the front of the legs. They are good. Now hold the pose. Step your feet wide, maybe to 3 and 3, or if you're not quite so long-legged, maybe 2 and 2, and just bend to the left, come to the middle, and bend. Now hold. And come to the middle and push and hold. And all you're doing here is just stretching out. When we were doing the 3 and 3, you could feel the inside of the legs working. We just give them a little bit of a stretch here. Good, last time. Good. And bring your feet back to the middle. Very good. Now, let's put the board to the right. Take the ball of your foot, place it on the back of the board. I'll spin this around. Heel on the ground and just push forward. Feel that stretch in your calf. There you go, good. Push, take it back. Board goes to the left. Foot on the board. And again, just push it forward. Good, feet in that stretch. It feels so good. Let's come back to the right. Just put that ball of the foot on the board. Heel is still on the ground. My left foot is slightly behind my right foot. And I'm just pushing the weight, feeling that pressure on there. Good. And change back up. There you go. Just feeling that stretch. Good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of today's workout. So, it was great for you to be here with me. You can see I'm sweating a lot today. I'm gonna make sure that I hydrate. And it's really important, again, that you take the time to fill the exercises, hydrate, get something to eat afterwards so you refuel. You can't work out and not refuel, have good food, and expect to maintain the same energy. You've been draining your energy a little bit by strengthening your body. Now it's time to eat. So make sure you get your water in. We've got a special offer for you tomorrow that I'm going to be talking about that I'm very excited about. And at the same time, I got a new workout tomorrow. So I hope you'll enjoy it. It is going to be very different. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge for me because I've got to make sure that I'm fully prepared and I've got it going 100% for it to be a success. We'll still do some basic exercises to warm up, but it's going to be a faster moving and more fun, hopefully, workout tomorrow that we've never done before. I'm excited and maybe a little nervous as well because it could backfire. But I'm confident you know you are successful doing this, and I'm confident I'll be successful too. So with that being said, I don't see any questions from anybody on here. So I don't have any questions. So either you guys are doing great and my instructions gone pretty well, or I don't know why you wouldn't ask. So I look forward to any questions, anything you have, please send them to me. You can private message us on the 60 Up link, and we are here for you. So have a beautiful day. I've got a lot of driving today. Got to go to all the different manufacturers. As people know that have known us long enough, we are manufactured in California. So I'm really proud that we got an American-made product that supports the American community. and that is creating change in the most important American community, and that's the golden generation. You guys are amazing. So I'll see you soon. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock sharp. I'll be on time, and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.